Welcome to the Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast, powered by Cakery Consulting. I'm your host, Sarah Brookbeck, and thank you guys so much for joining today's episode. Today we are joined by Shaucuana Knight, of course, Cakery. She talks about how they are giving back to the community and how you can order some very tasty Valentine's Day treats. We are also joined by Chamber President and CEO, Brent Cooper, to talk about our Dine NKY initiative. If you're following us on social media, you've likely already seen details about our Dine NKY campaign, which we have launched to help support local bars and restaurants. This partnership with Meet NKY, local business councils, and city officials is designed to make it easy and fun for the community to rally around and support our favorite local spots as they face difficult times. Stick around to see how you can be entered to win up to $300 in gift cards to local bars and restaurants, or you can visit meetnky.com/restaurants to get the scoop before I talk to Brent. Thank you to our podcast sponsors, Cakery Consulting and Schneller Knockelman. Now, let's go meet our members of the week, hear from our sponsors, and I'll be back with this week's guests.
Ranking on Google Search and Maps is easy to understand, but hard to do. It requires constant effort and attention. Uploading new photos, responding to Google reviews, writing weekly posts, and checking suggested updates. Google listing optimization takes experience and time, and there are no shortcuts. C-Crew gives your Google My Business account the steady, consistent attention it needs to be effective, optimizing, updating, and expanding critical content every single week. From local retail stores to large regional networks, C-Crew generates content, establishes benchmarks, and creates dramatic, measurable increases in engagement. So what can C-Crew do for your business? More calls, more clicks, more clients.
Congratulations to our members of the week. You can learn more about these businesses by following the Northern Kentucky Chamber on social media, where we will highlight one of these businesses each day. Now, let's meet our members of the week. John McCormick Company is a manufacturer's representative agency specializing in work holding, grinding, cutting tools, and broaching in Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee for more than 60 years. Gravity Diagnostics provides innovative diagnostic testing in the areas of toxicology, infectious and upper respiratory diseases, blood, and COVID-19. Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Greater Cincinnati empowers youth through one-on-one mentoring, helping them achieve their full potential. The Greater Cincinnati Northern Kentucky Apartment Association provides the local multifamily housing industry with legislative support, education, networking opportunities, and community outreach. Bluegrass Care Navigators provides patient-centered care to the seriously ill and their families with excellence and compassion in 32 counties across Kentucky. Hi, everyone. Today I am joined by Brent Cooper, our president and CEO here at the Chamber. Brent, always wonderful to have you on the podcast. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, it is great to have you. We are talking about Dine NKY. This is a new effort that we are doing with Meet NKY, with the Visitors and Conventions Bureau to help local restaurants. Tell us a little bit about Dine NKY.
Yeah, so Dine NKY came about after we heard from a number of small businesses, the small family-owned restaurants in particular, that were struggling during the winter months. As you know, we've seen a number of closures on both sides of the river, and I think that's led to a perception by the community at large that, hey, we've got to do something to help them. Also, we've seen the impact of 471 that's had on Bellevue and Newport businesses, where there are a lot of Cincinnati business leaders were coming over and having lunch, but once 471 was impacted and traffic was so bad, they stopped doing that, and that really impacted the restaurants and bars and so forth in Newport and Bellevue and the urban core in Covington. So we came up with this idea. This was led by, as you mentioned, Julie Kirkpatrick at Meet NKY, along with the different business councils, Fort Thomas, Florence, Newport Business Council, and the Covington Business Council, along with other folks like BNKY, the different cities, the mayors, their city managers. They all came together to support this initiative. And so the idea is that you go out and you have coffee, lunch, dinner, drinks with local establishments throughout Northern Kentucky. So I know a lot of people were thinking maybe it's just the urban core. That's not it. We're actually from Union, Florence, Erlanger. I'm going to the Hive tomorrow to have lunch in Erlanger. Fort Mitchell, all the way around, all the places I just mentioned. You visit a place and you take a picture and you show your support, show your love for a bartender, a waitress, a barista, a host, and get your picture with them, celebrate them a little bit, hopefully tip them a little bit. That's always welcome.
Yeah.
And then share it on social media with the hashtag DineNKY. And if folks do that, they can get a $50 gift card, be eligible for some prizes. There is a grand prize giveaway of $300 to a local place that's going to be happening at the end of this. So this is going to run through February 14th. So we were targeting Tuesdays in particular. We want everybody to do this all the time. Like every day, just go support a local place and share it and share the enthusiasm for it. But we really want people on Tuesdays. Tuesdays were the slow days. That was identified by everybody as, hey, can you help us out at least then? So if you're one of those folks that's doing a lot of cooking at home, totally get it. But spend at least Tuesday, come out and support them. So that's the campaign. We're really excited about it, and we're grateful to everybody in the community. We've had such an outpouring of support. I mentioned all the different cities and the counties. It seems like everybody is posting something. I saw the mayor of Bellevue this morning. He's been posting.
Yeah.
Mayor Covington, Ron Washington, was there. Mayor Gaduli has posted things I've seen. And so as I saw the mayor of Florence this morning. I know the mayor of Erlanger, for example, at the Hive, she's excited about it. So we're seeing this groundswell of support, and I can tell you the different establishments have been so grateful. I talked to Larry at Pompilio's. We're going to Carmelo's tomorrow night. Each one of those places has expressed a real support. And last one I'll just name drop here is Jacob Braxton. Jacob Braxton Brewing was one of the first ones to reach out and say, this is what we need. This was perfect. And so we're hoping that this will continue. Honestly, beyond February 14th, I like this idea long term. Like maybe we can pick something up, do a different campaign when the bridge reopens fully. I know I talked to the mayor of Bellevue about that. They've got a couple ideas brewing and percolating. So we're going to see more support, but this DineNKY thing is a home run.
Yeah, I think I absolutely agree with you. Like you said, seeing all the posts, and this is for Facebook and for Instagram, really super easy to do. And I know through the chamber pages, we're getting tagged in things, and people are really out there. And personally, for me, when we started this effort, I'm a big I eat out a lot, but I do eat out at local restaurants. You mentioned the Hive, that's right around the corner from me. So I went there over the weekend, and I discovered a place that I had never heard of before in Ludlow. My mom and I went to tapas at Conserva. We had a wonderful time. Didn't even know it existed. So not only is this effort helping out our small businesses, it can also really help our community realize things that aren't there. You mentioned Carmelo's. That's a brand new restaurant. And really finding ways to support this community that, as you said, is struggling. So I think it's really great that we're working with this. And as you're looking towards this effort, obviously you said there's been a lot of community support and you're hoping this moves forward. But if you have like a big goal in mind, a big thing that you would like to see come out of this, what is that?
Well, you mentioned one of the side benefits is a daily reminder for our community that these are the places where we celebrate our birthdays and anniversaries, our company events. They really speak to the quality of life here in Northern Kentucky, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So I think one of the side benefits is a reminder for all of us of how great we have it. And also, as you said, people are rediscovering places that they didn't even know were there. We were at an event this morning, and somebody had forgotten that Lissa's was in Mainstrasse, and they had somebody in from the Netherlands, and we were talking about, you got to go to Lissa's. It's awesome. And so that's just a perfect example. DineNKY is a way to remind ourselves. So my hope long term is that continues, that we constantly find ways to remind ourselves. We all have our daily lives. We all have struggles financially. We're dealing with inflation and a lot of uncertainty. But we also have it really great here. Mm-hmm. And I think this DineNKY is a way for us to all show the support for those that need it the most, and to remind ourselves that this is a special place to live, work, play, learn, and give back.
And eat.
And eat.
And eat and drink and
That's
enjoy
right.
cocktails.
Absolutely.
But Brent, thank you so much for joining us today. Before I let you go, any final thoughts on this DineNKY effort?
Just thanks to everybody for supporting it, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone at their local place.
Yeah. Well, Brent, thank you again. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, today on the podcast I am joined by Shaucuana Knight, the owner of Cora's Cakery. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, I'm so glad to be here.
Yes, I am so excited to have you on. You are located in OTR, you do so much, and I know the Chamber staff recently got to experience some of your exciting new products. So let's jump right in. Tell us a little bit about your story. I love your business story.
Yes, so Cora's Cakery started as like something that I wanted to do that gave back to the community, honored my grandma, and pulled on a passion that I have. So my grandmother her name was Cora. She died in 2016. She was not a baker. So a lot of people assume that because it's named after her that she was a baker. No, she was a phenomenal cook, and she did work in the hospitality field for a long time. But it was mainly her creating a great meal for her family to share amongst each other. But then she didn't have much dessert. So it's like, grandma. So when she passed, I wanted to do something that kind of mimicked that same relationship I had with her, where, you worry about creating a great meal in memory with your family, and we'll bring the dessert. So that is kind of where we build. And like I said, it's still a bakery that we're not here just making money. We're giving back. And how are we giving back? We give back in several different ways, whether that's sponsorships or whether that's, donating cupcakes or whatever to an event. We have a lot of ways that we give back, including new initiatives that are coming up.
Yeah, and I love that it's based on that love of your grandmother and like the community that she fostered, but you're honoring it in your own way. I absolutely love that. I come from a family that doesn't really bake a whole lot either, but food is such a love language.
Yes.
And it's so important. I love desserts, and one of the things that you recently launched is this create your own cake bar. Tell us about that. I've seen pictures of it. I've heard it's really, really fun.
Yes, so it's something we were testing out a lot during the summer last year that we fully launched into this year. Our create your own cake bowls, we have 2 cake flavors, chocolate or vanilla, and then it comes with buttercream. We have over 15 toppings, 5 sauces that you can choose from. So you can come in, it's your cake your way, however you would like it to go. You're the cake artist when you come into the bakery and design your cake bowls. We also have that in a catering capacity as well. So we have 2 options. So you guys experience the self-serve option where you pick that up or we deliver it and you go at it. Or now we have an option for an attendant to be there. So we'll set it up. We'll do all the bowls for you. We clean up. All those things. So we're really excited to launch this. I feel like it's a new experience. It's the first in Cincinnati. So it gives us room to be very innovative with this new theme.
Yeah, I really like this idea. And so for people that are interested, so you said catering and people can come to the bakery and do this as well. What kind of groups do you see this really working best for?
Yeah, so it's really weird because even weddings have shifted in how they're doing desserts. Right. For last year, I did maybe 2 actual wedding cakes, but mainly everyone did cupcakes or sheet cakes. So this is more for that, where everyone's like, oh, I don't know what kind of cake my guests will like. Well, we can come to your wedding and set up and let your guests create their own experience there. It's interactive, kids' birthday parties, staff meetings, things like that is where this will be most popular.
Yeah, honestly, from a wedding aspect, I had like a big, beautiful cake, and then we had a ton of sheet cakes because between my husband and I, we have very different flavors that we like and enjoy, and you want to make sure you're pleasing everyone.
Exactly.
So from a business perspective, also for people that are trying to cater, like we did, the staff holiday lunches and things like that, it sounds like a great opportunity. And you guys are really doing a lot of unique things. Another thing you have coming up, Valentine's Day is coming up so soon. You guys are also offering boxes for Valentine's Day. Tell us a little bit about those.
So we've launched our theme celebration boxes that you can get any time of the year. But this one is special because it's for Valentine's Day. It comes with a nice, cute little bear, a box of chocolates, a half a dozen of our signature cupcakes, whatever flavor you like, and then it comes with 2 chocolate covered Oreos and a personalized letter. So you can create, that special message that you want to send to your favorite person. And then we are accepting pre-orders for that. That does end on February 7th.
Okay, perfect. So, and people can find that information on your website and I believe on your Facebook page as well.
Yes. Yep.
Perfect. That makes it really easy. Tell us a little bit. So the celebration boxes, you said they're open year round. What's all in those and what kind of options do people have for that?
Yeah, so we've done several. We've done Bluey, we've done Gabby Girl, we've done all of those. And so that comes with a plush as well. Usually I throw in some extra little toys, especially if I know they're for kids. A half a dozen cupcakes, a cookie, and then it comes with 2 chocolate covered Oreos and a personalized letter from the character. So it's super cute. It's a fun little thing to give to, especially if it's for a kid's birthday, to personalize this in their favorite character.
Yeah, it makes it easy for families too. Everybody gets a little cupcake.
Yep, exactly.
That is so much fun. And it's really great to see that you guys are doing all sorts of different things. And so one thing we haven't talked about is the bakery. So tell us a little bit, so people can just come in at any time and get stuff in order from you. Tell us a little bit about how your bakery works.
Yeah, so we're open Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. So you can always come in and enjoy our desserts. We always have our cake bar. We have our brownies, our cookies, and our cupcakes always are available daily. And so you can just come in. There's parking on the street. We also have a garage right over at Washington Park that you can park in. And then if you're wanting to order something, we don't do our custom cakes anymore as we're shifting to the cake bar.
Right.
But we do still offer our sheet cakes. So those are really popular for people that are just trying to do something really quick for their celebration. So we still offer those as well as our cupcakes.
Okay, well that's a good option for people that want to try and maybe not pre-order. And one of the other things you guys also offer is a dessert pass. Tell us about the dessert pass.
I'm really excited about these passes. We have 2 passes. We have our dessert passes for our everyday person. That is just, you like going to have desserts. You get a free dessert a month. You get 10% off in-store purchases. You get exclusive tastings. So in the summer, we're relaunching our cremachinos. So different things like that you get to try, and it's $10 a month for the pass. And then we also have our catering passes. This is more for our customers that are in the corporate world, that are constantly doing corporate events or small gatherings at the office. That pass is a $750 value for $449 for the year.
Wow.
You get 2 catered events. You get, your staff even gets 10% off all of their purchases with their badge in the store, and the company gets 20% off all catering throughout the year. So I felt like those passes are cost effective in the economy that we're in right now, to kind of help make sure that you still get to celebrate your special moments with a nice little discount.
Yeah, that's a really great option for a lot of our businesses here in Northern Kentucky and obviously across the river in Cincinnati. So that is great that you're offering this. And I think it really kind of ties into that idea that you're trying to create community and give back and make it so that people can enjoy desserts and celebrate whenever they want. So I love that. Absolutely love that. And I really want to touch on that giving back to the community, and tell us a little bit more about that and the initiatives that you guys have coming up here this year.
Yeah, so this year, every year we've been doing our nominated graduate, where we usually would donate a cake to a graduate in need. Well, this year we're doing something different at our dessert ball. So that ball has now shifted into our recognition of our graduates, where we'll be presenting 2 graduates with a $500 scholarship to the culinary program of their choice. And that's where, the purchases that people are making online and these passes that we're putting those percentages, 15% of all of our sales for this year is going towards the scholarship fund. We have sponsorships and things like that people are able to do that helps us build this fund, so that next year we're even able to increase that amount to even more. Because as someone that pursued the pastry arts program, I understand how important it is to have those kind of scholarships. That could be, buying books for the semester because you didn't have enough, to do that. So I really that's a passion for me, to really hone in to people that are going into this field, so that they have the opportunity to create whatever they have in their heart.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. So for people who are wanting to get more involved with that, obviously purchases go to that, but are there other ways that the community can help you give back?
Yeah, so like I said, with the dessert ball, we're offering sponsorship opportunities now. Those are on our website as well as our Facebook and Instagram page. The link is there. Whatever level, even if you don't have a business and you still want to be a sponsor for those, you can do so, because those funds go toward the scholarship and the putting on this event. Because at the dessert ball, the graduates will get an opportunity to go up, they can dress up, it's going to be fun. And then also there will be other, events at the dessert ball that you'll get to partake in. So it'll be really great. Those ticket sales will also go towards those
towards the graduates and the
graduates
scholarships
as well.
But Shaucuana, it's been so great to talk with you. And before I let you go, I can't not mention the fact that you are not only like a woman-owned business, you're a Black-owned business, you're doing great work in the community. What do you think that people really need to know about you and your passion behind this?
Yeah, so like I said before, Cora's Cakery is more than just a bakery that I'm making money. Of course, we all want to make money, but it's a passion for me and a tool for me to give back in the capacity that I wish that I had growing up. Wanting to go into this field, there's not many people that are willing to teach you, that are willing to offer scholarships to help you, things like that. And I do want to be that anchor in the community that leads towards change in this field of how we're approaching customer service, of how we're approaching dessert in general, as well as teaching the next generation that's coming into this, because I'm going to get old. Yeah. So we want our next generation to carry on that same innovation and change for the next generation after them. So that's really exciting. And like I said, it builds into our goal to be the largest producing bakery in the greater Cincinnati area. I strongly have a goal. That doesn't mean I'm coming for buskins or graters.
Yeah, right.
It's a goal that I do want to have, because when we're producing larger, we're able to help more in other initiatives that we would like to put out there.
Yeah, and I think that's so beautiful, and it's great to have you in the community. And thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to come on our podcast. But before I let you go, is there anything else that people need to know about Cora's Cakery and how to try your delicious baked goods?
Yeah, just come out, support us, come on down to our bakery, whether that's making a purchase, going online, doing a catering, or buying a pass, whatever it is, because as we know, in this economy, a lot of our small businesses are having a hard time. No one's exempt from this right now, so it really helps to have our people patronizing our small businesses.
Yeah, and I think that really goes without saying that we hope people come and visit you and shop with you, especially during this time. But Shaucuana, it has been so great to have you on the podcast and learn more about Cora's Cakery. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chris Knockelman with Schneller Knockelman Plumbing, Heating, and Air. It's spring now, but before you know it, our ACs are working overtime.
Dave, it's going to be warm soon.
Right now is a good time to get the AC serviced, right?
You can get your AC tuned up for only $59.
So get your $59 tune-up at
SKPHA.com. SKPHA. So if your plumbing and mechanical systems give you trouble, just remember our name. Schneller Knockelman.
Housing is a regional priority. Having an ample supply of homes is fundamental for the Northern Kentucky region to meet basic economic needs and enable regional growth. Learn more about income-aligned housing, the region's housing needs, and why it is essential to ensure Northern Kentucky continues to be a great place to live, work, play, learn, and give back at bit.ly/NKY Housing Study. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of the podcast as we learn more about Cora's Cakery and our Dine NKY initiative. If you're interested in placing a Valentine's Day order at Cora's Cakery, don't forget that you need to do that before the end of the week. Their website is corascakery.org. And if you're interested in joining the Dine NKY initiative, it's super easy. Between now and February 14th, simply go to your favorite local spot, take a photo, and use hashtag Dine NKY when you're posting on Facebook or Instagram. And if you're on Facebook, make sure your settings are public so that we can see the post so you can be entered to win those gift cards. Thank you so much to our podcast sponsors, C Crew Consulting and Schneller Knockelman. Finally, if you are a member who would like to be featured on the podcast, or if you're someone who is interested in joining the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, please reach out to Lynn Ablin. And if you're a member who would like to share your workforce strategies and resources on our Talent Strategy Spotlight, please reach out to Nancy Spivey. You can find their contact information at our staff directory at nkychamber.com. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys next week.